So the cliches were that they are cold, bad humor, and they do not allow you to insert in their group. But it was not like that for me, at least.
Meet Samir, an Indian engineer working in Germany. He's residing here for the last 6 years, and he will talk about how difficult it is to find an apartment in Germany, how it is to be in a relation with a German partner, and why he likes the German management style more.
I came here in Germany like 6 years ago. 6 years, 4 months, I guess. And I came here for my studies, for my masters. And yeah, I completed my masters. I learned the language, and since 2.5 years, I'm working here as an engineer at a company, at an American company in Munich.
But currently, you're not living in Munich.
No, I work in Munich, but I live in Landshut. It's like 100 kilometers up north in the Bayern from Munich. I chose to live here because it's a bit peaceful for me and also a little less expensive. Another reason is because I am allowed to do home office for 3 days. It's good for me that like if I can live a little far from Munich. But yeah, and I also like here in Landshut. It's a small Bavarian city near the river. Yeah, find it good. Yeah.
How is the difference between life in Munich, like financially, and life in India financially?
Oh, so as compared to India, Munich. So I come from a big city in India called Pune. So it's a bit expensive in Munich. Yes, but the industries, because of the industries, I guess there are a lot of industries there. But yes, it's very expensive on an average level. Also, the situation related to apartments, like finding a room and stuff like that, it's a bit hard. Like one has to be very patient, even if they have specific amount of money. So it's a bit like that. On top of that, a bureaucracy is a thing. So like we have to wait for long for an appointment, and yeah.
I heard that in Munich it takes like 2, 3 months until you get like an apartment or a room or
Yes.
something.
So if you give my so before moving to Landshut, I was looking for a room in or an apartment in Munich, and I applied around 300, more than 300 applications. So and more like a job, I guess,
Yeah.
with a portfolio and everything, with my all documents and every information. But even then, I couldn't like
Get
succeed.
something, yeah.
I couldn't get something. Yeah.
But I know that here you have to have a shufa, which is like a paper from the bank, which
Yes.
says that you paid your
Yeah.
everything taxes and you're okay and safe.
Yeah. In the SHUFA, the credit score. So every document, like the credit score, the minimum amount of wage, the visa, I had everything, or like I have everything. And even then, it's hard to get a room. Like the competition, not competition, the room scarcity is too much in Munich, or like any other big city in Germany. But Munich is a little more chaotic, let's say.
What about the social circle? Do you have any German friends?
Yes, because like I won't call myself an extrovert, but I like talking to people, and I also know the language a little bit. So in the past 6 years, I made some German friends and social circles. And yes, my girlfriend, so my partner since 3.5 years, she's from Germany, so from Bavaria, in a city called Regensburg. So yeah, I know her, and apart from her family, and apart from her, I have other circles, other social circles also.
Do you think it's easy to make German friends?
If you go by stereotype and cliche, then yeah, it's hard, but I don't think so. Yes, one has to know the language, and yeah, like one has to try actively. I would say, like you have to go to clubs or any sport thing. Like I met people through hiking or during my college days, doing some lab work, and yeah. But I guess if you do not know the language is a barrier. But if you know the language, then it's a bit easier to mingle with Germans, I would say. Yeah.
What about in the working place? Do you need the language, or you can find also jobs which you can speak English in?
So in Munich, it's an industrial city, so to say, there are lots of industries, and one actually does not need German. For example, I work in an American company. It's an American semiconductor company, So I do not speak any German at my workplace except my team, which includes two German, my boss and my colleague. So with them I speak German, so day-to-day thing. But apart from them, I do not speak any German. Also, the reason my German skill got a little bad, so to say, after I moved to Munich. But yeah, in Munich or in cities like Berlin, I was also in Berlin for 1.5 years. You can survive, let's just say, without speaking German. Yes.
Munich or Berlin? Which one would you choose?
It's a personal thing actually. I was in Berlin for 1.5 years. Berlin is also big, and I kind of run from big cities. So I like small cities, mountains and rivers. But Berlin is more international, and let's just say in a typical way, it's much cooler than Munich. So the people are more cooler. Munich is more industrial, so to say. Berlin is more accepting, I would say. Yes.
What about your colleagues now? Have you had any conflicts with them, especially with the German one?
With the colleagues, I was actually pretty lucky, I would say. So my boss is German, my colleague is also German. Till now, no conflicts. Even like it's a learning graph. So I share ideas, they teach me, I share something, and it's going forward. So till now, I did not get any conflict or encounter any conflicts. Yeah.
How is the feedback received from them? How do they communicate the feedback to you? Are they direct and telling you, look, this is wrong, you have to repair it? Or they are like giving you hints what you should do?
No, it's very direct. So we meet every week, like in the team, and then I also have like an individual meeting with my boss every month, and it's pretty direct, like what to improve, what went wrong, what could, like in what direction I should go. So it's pretty straightforward, I would say. So constructive criticism, I would say. So
Do you prefer this?
yes, I prefer that. Like I prefer direct and constructive criticism, so that it also helps not only me but also the team to move forward.
Is it the same in India?
Oh, I did not work that much in India,
Okay.
but I find it here, the manager here, a little better than the.
Why? Tell me more about it.
Yeah, because maybe it's just I'm a personal thing, or I got lucky with my managers. So my manager does not do any micromanagement. Yeah, so he gives me a task, and at the end, at a specific time, he asks, okay, how is it going? Do you have any hurdles or stuff like that? But he does not get into my personal thing or bugs me all the time.
He gives you freedom.
He gives me freedom. I have been given a task, and I have to perform the task in a specific time. So it's like open end, like it's very transparent. Like in India, the manager were a little like it was micromanagement, and they also had my personal number, like WhatsApp number, so they could bug me. They bugged me every time, like even in the night after the working hour, which was different here. So my manager does not have my number, personal number, so they contact me via Teams. And after 4 o'clock, after 5 o'clock, it's my personal life after the day goes off.
Tell me some things which you expected when you came to Germany. What were you thinking about how people are, how the culture is?
So I also had like rest of the people who come here with some. I came here with some stereotypes. Was certain expectations. So I always wanted to come to Bayern, so Bavaria, because of the mountains and the river. So in that sense, it met my expectations. So yeah, I have like positive vibes and positive feedback from here.
Can you give me some examples of like bad stereotypes you were thinking about Germans before you came here?
So the cliches were that they are cold, bad humor, and they do not allow you to insert in their group. But it was not like that for me, at least. Also, like very strict with time and very direct, which can be rude. But I find it other way around. Being direct is actually transparent, not rude. Yes. So these were the stereotypes, but hopefully they were all wrong for me. I got lucky.
So you like it here until now?
Yes, till now I liked it. Yes. I moved along a lot, like from Berlin to Bavaria. So in 6 years, I already changed 4 cities. So
It's not hard.
yeah, it was hard. It was hard, but yeah, I got help from my friends and also from the locals. So, for example, when I was in Regensburg, I did my masters. I got help from the landlady where I was living.
Wow.
And she's from Germany, and she took her time and transported everything on her own. So yeah, but in the beginning it was a bit hard.
Because of the language or why?
Language also, I did not know the system, so to say. Yeah.
How is life with a German partner?
How is life with a German partner?
Mm-hmm.
Aha. She's very direct. That is, so what's in here comes from the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
There is in the beginning it was a bit weird because I always chose like beating around the bush, not going directly. And I thought like it's a nice thing to be polite and to be indirect, so to say. But then I met her and she's very direct. Whatever in her cough, in her head, she just spits out. And then I guess this is good. Yeah, yeah. Also, like her point of view on certain things like ecological things and stuff like that. It's actually good. So I kind of like it here because of that. Mm.
What do you think India can learn from Germany?
Hmm. It's a very hard question. Like because there are two different countries.
Yeah,
and also India is a gigantic country.
diverse. Yeah.
Gigantic country as compared to Germany. But I can say like the industrial cooperation. I find it very good here. So at the academic level. So when I was doing a masters, I was working with industries on a like up-to-date project, so to say. So when I switched to industries, it was not a step up for me. It was just like, okay, I changed my boss from professor to a boss. But I was working on a new technology. There I can guess it's a bit less in India, the academy and industrial cooperation. That could, like, we can get it. India can learn from Germany or like get influence from. Yeah.
And what do you think Germany can learn from India?
Food?
Definitely, yes.
Food?
I agree.
Yeah, but that's a personal choice. Uh, hmm.
Do you like German food?
Yes, I like so not all German food. I like the Bavarian food, Bavarian and the Austrian food.
Can you give me an example of food?
That's so yes. Like whenever I go to this, for example, we are sitting in a Viet's house, so a traditional German restaurant, and I like pork knuckle.
Okay.
It's called Schweinshaxel or the Kaiserschmarrn.
Yes.
Yes, or the cheese like Obatza, and one cannot neglect the Helles.
Yes, they have good beer.
And I guess Bavaria has good beer, not all over Germany. Bavaria excel in that.
I know that also in Bangalore they have a very good beer industry right now.
Yes,
They have
yes,
good
yes.
breweries.
Yeah. They have good breweries in Bangalore. So yeah, like for example, my father is currently in Bangalore, and he's in the Air Force. So he was posted there. So I visited him like every year. And yeah, the beer quality and the pop culture, it's called pop capital of India, I guess, Bangalore. It's pretty on top notch, or also comparable to Germany.
Do you think of returning to India?
I cannot like I do not know what will happen in the future. I'm pretty open,
Okay.
like depending upon my job because it's very dynamic. It's so my company is also in America and in Sweden, in India also, in Munich. So I do not know where I'm open actually. So I haven't decided either to stay in Germany or to leave in Germany. I'm just like whatever comes, I'll take it. Yeah.
Do you think about applying for the citizenship? Because you have 6 years, now you can apply.
Yes, I could apply. Like, yeah, I have all the documents and necessity. But the problem is India does not allow dual nationality. So if I go for German nationality, I have to lose my or give up my Indian nationality.
And you don't want to?
And I do not want to lose my Indian nationality. Yes. I mean, I have an extended visa and I have everything here. So going for a nationality, a German nationality, I don't think it would bring any extra benefit for me. Yes, one thing that I can travel anywhere because the passport is very stronger.
Yes.
But yeah, that's okay. I can deal with that.
How do you think your personality changed?
I became very direct. I would say, yeah. I started drinking a lot of beer, and yeah. Also, earlier I used to think like the bosses and the professor are on like
Yes,
a little
higher,
at a high like I was believing in hierarchy, so to say. But after coming here, my professor used to sit with me and talk with me and discuss stuff with me like as a colleague rather than as a hierarchy. So that has actually changed me a lot. Even my boss does the same. So if I get a chance to become a boss or a team lead in future, so I would also, rather than going for a authoritarianship or in a hierarchy way, I would rather discuss things like a colleague.
But this will apply to Germany. But what if you go back to India? Do you think the same approach will work?
I will try to do that. I will try to do that. But yes, it's dynamic. I don't know how the system is. So it depends upon like where I'm working and how the system is. I have to change, but I will try to be work like a colleague rather than a boss.
Because I know in India you have like the importance of the hierarchy is big. You have also the caste system. Correct? Do you still have it? I mean, people are still keeping track of what their caste is.
Some people do, but I guess it's very less in younger generation, also in big cities. But yes, it's there. But it's growing. Like people are more open now, or the younger generations are more open. They do care about the personality and who the person is, rather than what their family name is. So I guess it's changing a lot.
Do you think, like recently, India went in the spotlight because they have the biggest population right now? They have also like big influence in the economical and political world.
Yeah.
What do you think the future of India will be?
So economic perspective, like I'm not an expert, but what I think is yes, the power dynamic would shift from from Western Europe or from America to India and China. So this, I guess, would also bring a good thing. Like you do not have the table is not only or like the ball is not only on one side.
Yes.
It's a balance. So yeah, because of the big economic influence, it would be a balance between West and East. So I guess it's like that.
What advices would you give for a person who wants to come and work or study in Germany from India?
I would say learn the language, at least B1 level. Not because it's a mandatory thing, but it's good to like it would be good. Like you can go for the grocery or for the bureaucracy and stuff like that. So you will not be totally lost. Yeah, and the rest, yeah, like learn some skills in India so that it won't be a big gap when you come here. So you do not have to, one does not have to invest his first times, like his earlier times to get the skills up. So that's the only key thing, language and some skill up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one life advice?
Life advice. Okay. The thing is, it's so you have to do everything on your own here. Back in India, like I had a maid and a cook and stuff like that, or like I had systems. And here you have to do everything on your own, which is actually a good thing, I guess. So to be more independent, to learn like one should learn this, like how to be more independent, not only like cooking or going anywhere, but like in everything financially and personally. So one, if one learns like to be more independent, then it's good.